doing right and you need to change. My name is Oluwapelumi Awe. I'm a master of ceremonies, TV host, and a voiceover artist. Welcome to my channel. The first thing you may not be doing right is that you have a funny email address. sexychooks@gmail.com, cutetina@gmail.com, machomoses@gmail.com. If this sounds like your kind of email address, this may be the reason you have been ignored by top companies, as this is the first thing most HR personnel see when people apply. You should use your first name and your surname instead. For example, Oluwapelumi Awe at gmail.com or Awe Oluwapelumi at gmail.com. Simple and clean. Number 2, you have been titling your mail poorly. The subject of the mail is the second thing the HR of the company sees when your application comes in. It has to be punchy, precise, and concise. Simple example: applying for the role of a program manager or applying for the role of an accountant. Number 3, you always leave the body of the mail blank or just a few words like, find below the CV you said I should send. I made a video about how to put together good cover letter. You should check the link in the description of this particular video. Number 4, some people forget to add their CV. This sounds funny and ridiculous, but it happens. So what should you do? Before you send any application, make sure to add and attach your CV to that mail. And before you click send, do well to confirm that you have attached it and it has attached successfully. Please don't forget this. Number 5, poorly named CV. I've seen some CVs named with digits, some named with alphabets that don't align. You want to use your name as a title of the document. For example, Oluwapelumi's CV or Oluwapelumi Awe's CV. That's clean. These are the top 5 things you may have been doing the wrong way and you need to change from today. There are more videos coming, and you can subscribe so that you can get notified every time I post a video like this. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you learned in the comments. Everyone, good evening. Trust you are very well. I'm glad you joined in tonight. I'm glad you are here already. So happy you tuned in. I see that we have Demilade Oduayo on the call already. Demilade, welcome. Thank you for tuning in right away. My name is Oluwapelumi Awe, and I welcome you all to the Sell Yourself series, episode 2. Episode 2. By the way, I have a kind of a testimony to give you all. Today is Sunday, so let me say a testimony to give you all as we go on. Somebody got a job. One of the guys on the Sell Yourself platform got a job last week that came with an iPhone. He came with an iPhone and he did one thing. He just did one thing I told him to do, and then everything turned around for him. He got a job. He goes there once in a week, and he got an iPhone. He gave him an iPhone to work with, given his position. Just doing one thing that transformed his entire career. He told me today, he said he's so happy and excited, and he hopes to be able to share it himself on the page later tonight or maybe tomorrow. But it was very excited. I saw the joy in his face, and I'm going to share with you what happened to him. But by the way, in the meantime, I welcome you all to Sell Yourself series episode 2. The last time we were here, it was with Mercy, who told us at the time that she is a social media manager, and she did beautifully well. In fact, if you have not seen the video of Mercy when she did an interview, you are missing a lot. On the call today is somebody who as well will be selling her expertise. She is by name Deborah. Let me call it the right way. Deborah Olumodeji. I hope I pronounced that correctly. You could put on your camera now, Deborah, as we get started with you. You can unmute. How are you, Deborah? How you doing?
Good evening, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay, okay. And thank you for keeping tabs on me throughout my journey. If you're watching this, this is it's a miracle I'm having this with Deborah today. It was supposed to start by 6 p.m. and Deborah, she's been reaching out asking me when is the link coming today. She's just been sounding very excited about it. And I said, I must make this happen today. If not, she will not give me dinner. Okay. So let us commence. Let us start. How are you doing? How was church today, Deborah? How was church today?
It was fine. Bless God, sir.
All right then. So we're gonna just jump right in. We have two persons watching at the moment, and I'm hoping that you can have more persons joining as we go on. By the way, if you want to share the link of this to anyone who should watch this, do well to share the link. Remember, I told you I'm going to tell you one thing I told the guy on the Sell Yourself platform to do. He made that one move, one shift. He got a job. He got a job that came with an iPhone, and he's doing well. He's making his money already. So I'm going to tell you that as we go on at some point in my conversation with Debbie here today. So Debbie, I'd like you to tell us, those of us watching right now and those who will watch later, about yourself. Can we meet you, please?
Okay, sir. My name is Olumodeji Deborah, a recent graduate from ADM Federal University of Education. I studied guidance and counseling, and aside guidance and counseling, I am also a skilled photographer.
Okay. Okay. Also a skilled photographer. All right. Now you mentioned that what did you study in school again? Guidance and counseling.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do we connect it that you studied guidance and counseling? You're also a photographer. Can you help
Okay.
us connect that dot? Yes.
First thing I would like to say is that guidance and counseling and photography tends to do with people and telling their stories. As a guidance and counselor, you meet people they tell you what they are going through, what they are passing through. While as a photographer, you meet people too and you snap their emotions. You get to know how they are feeling. So that's the connection between them is the feeling, the emotions that they have together. Because both both um both skills and course deals with emotions and people.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, that works. That works. Both skills deals with both courses, both line, with career path, deals with people and deals with everyday life. Okay. If I were to ask you to tell me about on your CV, you have it there that you have your personal website there, your portfolio. If I visit your portfolio now, what should I hope to see there?
Okay, if you visit my portfolio, you will see exceptional pictures that I've taken. Few pictures I've taken of different events and different people.
Okay, I'm just gonna go right there now to see if I can get some pictures from that particular point, just to see if I can do that before the end of this particular interview with you. What are your strengths? What do you think are your strengths? And maybe before you even tell me what your strengths are, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Remember that you studied guidance and counseling and also a photographer. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time. Okay. Okay, so I see myself making a name for myself already, a brand name for myself already, and let me say, a house people can come to and be relieved in the sense of guidance and counseling, in the sense that people nowadays people tend to like need someone to talk to, and everybody is busy with their own problem. So I feel I am that kind of person that people will come to and meet. So, and as a photographer, I feel I sorry, as a photographer, I see myself making pictures of people that exceptional pictures of people.
Yeah, you mentioned that you see yourself being a house. I want you to maybe elaborate on that even
Like,
more.
okay, okay, okay. Let me say a home. A home is where we find shelter. So I want to be that shelter for people.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So when you talk about being a shelter for people, I just want to make things clear for those watching at the moment. When you talk about making shelter for people, how do you connect that to photography? Do you intend to build an institution, a guidance and counseling building, or so? Just go on and talk to me.
Okay. So can you rephrase the question again?
You mentioned that you want to build a home. You want to build a home for people. You want to be that home that people can come to. The question I'm asking now is, given the fact that you are into photography and you studied guidance and counseling, how do you connect the dots? Do you intend to build like a physical home for people? You intend to have a home online online where people can go to and get inspiration and you can have conversations with them. But then how then does that connect to photography? Is this photography thing for you a short-term thing or a long-term thing? That's my question exactly.
Okay, photography is more of a long thing, a long term thing for me. And mm, okay, so meeting people. Now I talked about emotions when I talked earlier. So
Yes.
making people to express their self, making people to be free. As a counselor, you already like have a knowledge of people, and you already know how they will feel. Most people are not free to take pictures outside. They are kind of shy. You get. So as a photographer and a counselor, I'll be able to bridge that gap that people can actually feel free to snap pictures, and they have the expression they want, the way they want to feel, the way they want things to be like is what they will get, instead of being shy or not being free. Because as a counselor, you relate with them, you relate with people easily. The communication goes a long way, so that can also help me get more people. I don't know if you
Hmm.
understand, sir.
Now this is yeah, I do understand, but this is becoming a very interesting conversation. So somebody comes to your studio now, and the person is looking pretty sad. The person is looking as though life has pressed the person down. What would you? How do you? How do you help bridge that gap? Because you're a photographer, the person is coming to snapping you, and the person is looking very sad and all, and the person is not smiling. So do you mean that everybody who comes to your studio will laugh because you're a counselor and you can help them solve their issues most likely? Go on.
One thing is that as a photographer, if your subject is not bringing the vibes you want in to the picture. The picture, you yourself won't like enjoy the pictures. So you go extra miles to like make the client happy first before you can start the session, because it is your work. When if the client is not happy and take a picture and people see the picture outside, they will be like, ah, who took these pictures? So you have to like make sure the client is herself is in the right mood before you take the pictures. So you have to make her happy, or him or her happy first in whatever
Oh
way
wow.
possible.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. What are your strengths, Debbie?
Okay. Number one is actually I'm passionate making about giving each pictures or each person a story to tell. Everybody has a story to tell. So I'm talking about photography right now. So when you take pictures of people, the emotions you want the emotions to show. The um you want people to have that emotion. You want the emotions to show. You want the person to smile. So each picture should depict whatever the person is passing through. If the person is happy, I make sure I depict the picture in the right way, and also I deliver high quality of pictures because and also I deliver high quality of pictures because people nowadays just take pictures and sometimes you just be like maybe the editing is not good or whatever. So I make sure my editing is good, and also I believe in whatever you're doing, it should also be natural because if you are taking pictures and editing is too much, is looking like AI already, and there's a difference between the photographer and AI. So I make sure that the picture still brings out your natural self.
Okay. Okay. Well, you said you make sure that the person's picture portrays the person's natural self, and there will be
Yes.
a difference between AI and what is being taken by you. All right. I'm going to project a picture that's on your website now, and then you will tell me about this picture. Tell me about the picture.
Okay. As you can see in this picture, the person is happy, and okay, let me say the brain picture is that okay, the person is celebrating a birthday, and the joy that your birthday is coming. So if she's having a birthday and she's kind of gloomy, it won't be the picture won't portray that the person is happy. But if you look at the picture very well, you'll see that she's joyful and the smile is there.
Okay. I think the picture suggests that the individual is happy and excited. It shows that already here. Now, tell me about how snapping at weddings work. What's your concept of snapping at weddings?
Okay. Is it the main wedding or like a pre-wedding shoot?
Yeah, let's say no, let's start from pre-wedding shoots.
For pre-wedding shoot, you have to capture every moment, everything the person is wearing, everything that goes on, even the style of the clothing, and you just capture. You make sure that you don't overlook the smallest thing, even the perfume. It makes the like, but when the person sees it later on, like we're not snapping for now, we're snapping for memories. So when the person sees it later on, the person can be able to say, oh, this is what I use, this is what I wore, this is what I like. The everything is just detailed, so you snap details in a pre-wedding shoot.
Okay, go on to the main church wedding now.
The main church wedding, you won't want to there are some scenarios you won't want to miss in the church wedding. Imagine you are focusing more on congregation instead of focusing on the person doing the wedding. Then that means you are totally wrong because first thing first, the 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 wedding is for the couple, so you get. So if you are taking a picture, you should focus more on the couple, and there's some particular parts you want to meet. Imagine the when they exchange ring, and after editing video and sending it to the couple, and they can't find it where they exchange rings. It should look like, did we even get married? Even though you post the picture on your story and people be like, what's happening here? It can just be normal. It can be any other thing. So focus on details also at the wedding. Focus on the the rings, when they say kiss your bride, you get. So when they kiss and other detailed parts, when they are dancing, when the father is bringing the wife inside the hall, so you focus on. So as a photographer, you just need to make yourself to be alert because scenarios can pass at any time. So just make sure you. And one thing I learned from my boss is that when you are taking a picture, your eye should be on the next person you are taking the picture for, so that you don't get distracted. And at the end of the day, when you start someone else, you start looking for someone else. Before you know, time is gone and the event is done already.
Okay, so let's now talk about the important moments in the wedding reception. What are the important moments in the wedding reception that has to be captured?
Okay. In the wedding reception, there will be cutting of cakes. There will be entry of the bride and the groom with the best man and the best lady. So those um those things should not be left alone. And when the bride is dancing, when the bride is dancing, you get different emotions. When the person is spraying you money, my boss always says something that when someone sprays you money, you take the picture of the person that is spraying you money, so that when the couple see the picture later on, they'll be like, ah, I thought the person even came, because they can't there'll be oversight of some things there. So when they get home and start checking the picture, like, ah, so the person even came, he sprayed me money. So at the same time as you are taking picture of the bride, take picture of people too. And sometimes the person who hires you actually give you like those to take pictures for. Like if you want to take pictures of they will tell you, ah, this is my dad though, this is my mom oh, take picture of this person, most importantly, so you get. So they actually want some people to be in that picture that you are taking, so you actually communicate more with your clients to get more of what they want. And then the game session too should not be over emphasized too.
Okay, all right. Then a final question for you. If you're watching this right now and you have questions for Debbie, you can just drop it in the comments. I would pick the question and ask Debbie. All right. If you're not doing photography, what else would you be doing?
Okay, or not the photography, apart from grass and counseling, right?
Yes.
Then I'll be doing videography. I'll be doing videography because I want to capture moments. I want to see people's emotion. I want to see how people feel. So let me say the videography.
Okay. Okay. And how much do you charge? How much do you charge for pictures?
How much do I charge for pictures?
Yes.
Okay, it depends on the event and on the client and what the client wants.
So go on. I like you to maybe paint a scenario in that regard. Maybe paint a scenario in that regard. It depends on the event and what the
Okay.
person wants. Okay, so
If
you are the photographer. Go on. Go on.
okay, if I want to charge a wedding, and obviously there'll be bridal shower, there'll be there'll be pre-wedding shoot, there'll be wedding, there'll be after party, and after the wedding you will still release some frame to release a photo book. So you will expect me to charge the same money I will charge in a wedding, I'll charge it to someone that is doing burial. Like the gap will be different. And also I can't use the same price for everybody, because there are some clients that you still have to just like, okay, this person does not really carry much and stuff like that. And you want to send at the point of picking a amount for your people, for your clients, you want to send them away. So through communication, you will know the kind of money you are going to charge your clients. So I won't be able to say this is so what I'm charging, because it's through communication we start to talk about what you want, and this another kind of price to charge you and kind of things you want.
Okay. Okay. All right. On a final note, Debbie, there's somebody watching you right now who is having a wedding soon, and she wants to know why you should be the person that she should engage to undo that part. So tell me, why should she engage you?
Okay, why she should engage me? Okay, firstly, I said something about um getting details. So when you hire me for a job, I make sure I get a good details of whatever is going on, a good details of whatever is going on, whatever you're putting on. And in fact, I can even make some short reels for you that you check the town and you'll be like, wow. So I take pictures of your dress, your clothes. I will make sure that everything goes well, and also the delivery date will be that same delivery date. I will know some photographers like are like they give you a date, you give them a date that you want your pictures to be delivered, and maybe due to work or whatever, they don't deliver on that same date. So I'll deliver on or before the date, and it should be exceptional pictures. You will see the work and you yourself you will smile at your pictures.
All right, then. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an incredible time having you join this live video and interview of Deborah. She's a photographer, and she is someone who has spoken and answered questions tonight with regards to how that she deserves to be given a chance to handle your event, your cover your events, be it a wedding reception, a birthday party, a wedding, a burial ceremony. She has proven tonight that she deserves the chance to come in and make that happen. Just like if you want to get Deborah's contact, you can send a message to me via my WhatsApp number 003-680-2193. Again, 003-680-2193 to get a contact and engage her to cover your event. But I want to know what you think about what she has said. Do you think there's something that she's missing, or do you think that you want to work with that? Let me know in the comments once you get to see this. Next week, Sunday, will be another time for someone else, for another candidate who will be coming up as well to sell Imo herself here on the Sell Yourself series, which commenced last week. Thank you for watching. Do have a great night rest. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Thank you.